Welcome to today's Explainer. Man, am I absolutely thrilled to guide you through this one, because today we are looking at a literal piece of modern history. We're unpacking what is undoubtedly one of the most unbelievable, jaw-dropping football matches ever played. The 2026 FIFA World Cup delivered a spectacle that fans are going to be talking about for decades, and we are going to break down exactly how it happened, who drove the absolute madness on the pitch, and how the internet completely melted down in response.
Okay, let's dive into this. England 6, France 4. When you see a scoreline like that, you immediately think of like a training ground exercise or casual weekend game, right? Definitely not a high-stakes FIFA World Cup match. This was the third place playoff, which, sometimes teams approach a bit cautiously after the heartbreak of missing the final, but definitely not this time. The sheer volume of goals, the crazy back-and-forth action, and the unbelievable attacking display from both sides completely shattered everyone's expectation. So the absolutely crucial takeaway here is simply the number 10. Witnessing 10 goals in a single elite-level World Cup match is an absolute rarity. Think about it. Modern international football is so often defined by super tight tactical defenses and really cautious midfields. To see the ball hit the back of the net 10 times in 90 minutes, that guarantees an amazing visual spectacle. It basically means the tactical rulebook was thrown entirely out the window in favor of raw, unadulterated attacking flair.
But how did we actually get to 10 goals? Well, it wasn't just your standard, even back-and-forth trading of blows right from the whistle. Actually, we need to talk about the absolute shock of the opening half. This wasn't just a high-scoring game. It was really a tale of two entirely different halves, starting with 45 minutes of pure, unadulterated mayhem that left the entire global audience completely speechless.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because looking at the timeline really puts the chaos into perspective. We start at kickoff, obviously, with everything to play for. But by halftime, England is up 4-0. 4-0 against France. A team of France's caliber being decimated that early on is something you almost never see on the world stage. Then we look at the full-time results, 6-4. And that tells us the second half was just an absolute free-for-all. France woke up, the goals started raining in from both ends, and the momentum shifted wildly until that final whistle blew.
The reaction in the moment was just pure shock. Just listen to this exact broadcast reaction from Television Jamaica. England dominate France 4-0 at halftime. I love this quote because it perfectly captures the sheer disbelief surrounding England's unbelievable 4-goal lead going into the locker room. Broadcasters worldwide were literally looking at their monitors, rubbing their eyes, trying to comprehend how the French defense had been dismantled so thoroughly in just 45 minutes.
Of course, a 10-goal thriller doesn't just happen by accident, right? It is driven by individual brilliance. As the match unfolded, the whole narrative quickly shifted from a team-wide collapse by France to a legendary head-to-head superstar duel. We are talking about two of the most electrifying players of their generation stepping up on the biggest stage imaginable. And this brilliantly illustrates the two titans who absolutely owned this match. On one side, we have England's Bukayo Saka, who delivered an incredible hat-trick, going blow for blow with France's Kylian Mbappe, who fought back with a crucial double while continuing his relentless chase for World Cup records. Framing it this way really shows us that while England ultimately took the victory, fans were treated to an absolute masterclass from the very best players of both nations. So let's focus on Bukayo Saka for a second. Born in 2001, this English star truly cemented his legacy in the 2026 World Cup. Scoring a hat-trick against any team in a World Cup is a phenomenal achievement, but doing it against France in a high-stakes playoff, that is the literal definition of a masterclass. His agility, his clinical finishing, and his ability to exploit the spaces left by the French defense were exactly why England was able to secure that staggering 4-0 lead at the break. But, as we all know, Kylian Mbappe refuses to go down quietly. Despite facing a massive, frankly humiliating deficit, Mbappe put the French team on his back in the second half, netting 2 goals to bring his team right back into the fight. He proved exactly why he is a constant threat to the history books. His relentless drive to chase World Cup records means that no matter the scoreline, he is always dangerous. And his double in this match was a massive testament to his elite mentality. Now, an event of this magnitude instantly transcends the physical pitch. The moment those goals started flying in, the digital world completely erupted. This match became a massive viral phenomenon across the internet, dominating feeds, generating endless reaction videos, and creating a digital footprint that honestly matched the intensity of the game itself. Let's look at how the internet handled the fallout. It was an absolute algorithm takeover.
If you were online during or right after this match, these tags were literally all you saw. Hashtag FIFA World Cup 2026, hashtag England, hashtag France, and hashtag highlights. These trending tags dominated global platforms, pulling in millions of football fans and even casual observers who just wanted to see how on earth a game between two top-tier nations ended with 10 goals. The digital conversation was every bit as chaotic as the match.
To give you a real sense of how fast people were clamoring for this content, just think about this number, 3,900. That's the number of likes a single highlight reel from a channel called Employees Today racked up in a mere 2 hours. And within that same tiny 2-hour window, that video surged past 6,500 views, alongside similar uploads from channels like Mr. Negative and Supersport pulling in tens of thousands of views instantly. The appetite to rewatch Saka's hat trick and the sheer madness of the game was completely insatiable.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is seeing the reactions from the absolute titans of the sport. Take a look at this video title from the channel Yurko. It really says it all. England humiliated France in a 10-goal thriller. Zlatan and Thierry Henry react. The use of the word humiliated perfectly highlights the unprecedented nature of that first half. When football legends like Zlatan Ibrahimovic and French icon Thierry Henry are reacting in total disbelief, you know for sure you've witnessed a match that defies all conventional logic. It wasn't just a win. For the first 45 minutes, it was a total dismantling.
Which brings us to a question I really want to leave you pondering today. Is this the wildest World Cup match ever played? I mean, think about it. We had 10 goals. We had a 4-0 halftime shocker. We had an incredible hat trick from Saka and a defiant double from Mbappe. The sheer unpredictability and entertainment value of this match are just off the charts. So, what do you think? How does this 6-4 thriller rank in the pantheon of football history? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep seeking out the stories behind the stats, and I'll catch you next time.